So, David, welcome to the Horizon Deep Tech podcast. Straight on the floor of the convention almost itself as well. Um, we have invited you here today to speak a bit about AI, the future of AI, and especially AI in well-being and mental health. But before we deep dive into this area, I would love to have a few words, a bit about your personal background story. So where you're from, maybe which kind of education you come from, and how did you end up being where you are today?
Wow, it's a long run.
Well, we'll try to keep it short.
Yeah, I will try to do my best. But I have a technical background. I have a PhD on math, and I'm currently working on a second PhD on AI at at UNED, Universidad Española de Educación a Distancia. I am also the global CTO of iWave for AI, which is a social and civic association whose purpose is to create awareness about the ethical and responsible use of AI. And I'm here because I'm also the Chief AI Officer at JustCube. We are developing well-being experiences using AI as a tool. And I am also a sportsman. I love touch rugby. And I love dissemination. I have more than 40 books available everywhere. I hope everywhere. And I also have a podcast, so I can invite you to mine if you want to.
Great, I would love to. Awesome. So you are in different roles, but all within the area of AI.
Yeah.
Both in ethical AI management or ethical AI thinking, but as well as AI in wellness and health being.
Yeah, my main purpose is to keep humans in the center of technology and not the other way. I think that traditionally digital transformation processes, no matter if it's AI or there are other technology there, has been conceived from technology from humans, and I think that's wrong. Technology is only a tool. Even AI, it's only a tool. It's true that in the case of AI, the impact is and will be so huge, but it's only a tool. If we forget that humans are really on the center, we will forget ourselves, and I don't like that. So I try to put my 2 cents on making a better society by dissemination about that. And I'm here because well-being is a very important part in our lives. We at DSQ know that, and also know that AI can help on that, and we are working on that.
Amazing. I love the idea of using AI for well-being and mental health, but it did mostly, especially because the amount of mental health experts out there are too few. So usually for a lot of people, the waiting list to go see a psychologist or something like this is really, really long. In Denmark, where I'm from, the waiting list can be more than 2 years to see a psychologist. There is a need for, and also maybe it will even help people be more honest, because it's not a person that they're speaking to. So maybe they'll be more honest. But I can also help but thinking about the way that people are using something like ChatGPT today, where it might actually have a negative implication on their mental health. There's a lot of stories today about how the use of a ChatGPT have had negative impact on people's mental health because it's too suggestive and it keeps because
Yeah.
the AI in itself is trained to help you and keep you happy. It will, in most cases, agree with you all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but I must say that we at Jescuba are not aiming to substitute your therapist. That's not the idea.
Okay.
Our experience and our products are to complement your therapist or your well-being expert at your organization. Right? We use AI, but not that way. We know that people are always first, and then technology, and our aim is to provide to keep people happy while they are working on your organization. How? Well, you can use AI for immersive experience on site. So I invite you to try it. We have a cabin there at the entrance of the venue. So feel free to come.
And it really goes back to what you said before, that your focus is to ensure that AI is a tool and not the solution, or not replacing people.
No.
So you don't want to replace the therapist with an AI.
No,
You want it to be a complementary tool in the journey for being well.
Yeah, and or even an emergency solution. Thing you need some kind of I would say therapy, because you are in the middle of a fire in your organization. For example, you have the presentation to a customer. You feel, you are not feeling well. You are nervous or whatever. You don't have a psychologist there. You can use our solution to calm down, to prepare the meeting from calm, and well-being, and from there go directly to success.
Amazing. So the tools you're developing using AI to complement the therapy, which area, how are you working? Is it something specific you're working against, or is it an overall anything you have problems with, or do you have a focus in this development?
Yeah, we provide many experiences on site. What you have to install in your company, it's a cabin. It's not the same, but do you know that cabins where you can talk freely and they are isolated from the outside? It's something like that, but more comfortable. They are, you can talk with the cabin, which is the AI embedded in the cabin. We provide several experiences depending on the problem you have in that time, that moment.
Yeah. So do you see, of course, you as being in this space, you see a future where this will be a new normal, to use AI technology complementary to therapy as well, to help you calm down or speak and release in the moment stuff, but then follow up with the therapist?
Yeah, of course. The same way that now you can find some meditation apps on your mobile, for example.
Yeah.
I think that probably not now, or now we tend to see this something new. Indeed, it's new, but in 10 years, 15 years, we will have integrated AI in our everyday life even more than now.
So in adapting this technology, the AI technology, into a therapy section, into a mental health section and well-being, do you face trouble of people adapting to this? Is it weird for them that they have some AI tools rather than a physical person sitting like this, or do they adapt well? And have you been well received in this technology?
Yeah. Well, before to launch the product, we made a scientific study with the Universitat de Valencia. So we have made a field study before
great.
start doing things. So there is also science behind our solution, and I might say that it was very surprising, for at least for me, because people tend not to be scared about the use of AI. You know, we also have found some concerns about security, but when you explain people how the interaction is and how the data are used and how they will be used, if you are transparent and responsible and also explainable, everything goes well, because people don't have any concern. They know
Yeah, great.
what is going on in each step of the way. So no problem at all.
So people have been taking their solutions well and have been well received.
Yeah, the problem is trust, but you tend to trust in someone when you understand that someone. No, you trust in a tool when you understand what the tool is used for. So if you explain people and and they are able to understand what is going on, trust is there.
Do you think maybe that this is from a personal experience as well, that we have too much trust in the AI?
I think that not trust. For me, trust is another thing. But I think that there is a lot of hype and very high expectations, and also a lot of fear, and that's not good because it creates a bubble that it's going to explode. As a disseminator, I'm committed to not to allow this to happen. So I put my 2 cents in podcasts like that, and also writing books and articles and participating in events, because I think that one of the problems we have is the lack of a good AI literacy. There is a lot of people selling, selling the sun, and that's not possible. That's not good.
No. You can go on. I speak a lot about this, that you can go on any place in Facebook, in any group or debate or something, and someone asks a question, and there will always be an answer where someone say, "Hey, I typed this into ChatGPT, and this is the answer," and people just say, "Okay, that this is the truth."
Well, I often say that who was silly before AI, it's now more silly.
Yep.
And who was intelligent before AI is now even more intelligent. So you have the power of decision if you want to become Homer Simpson or you want to become Einstein. So critical thinking is something that we cannot delegate.
No.
AI can be very useful, and it is, and very powerful if you delegate to an AI automation things, something that, the hard skills. But if you delegate to an AI the soft skills, which are the soft skills that make us humans, you will lose your essence. So
do you think maybe that critical thinking is on the downfall a little bit for a lot of population areas, because there's no longer any struggle in getting an answer? It's so easy getting an answer to anything. It's always been with Google a little easy, but you still had to do a few steps. Where now you there's no struggle, so you don't your brain doesn't have to fight for it, and is not critical anymore because it's so easy to get, and therefore you will not be critical about the data that you receive from ChatGPT and stuff like this.
Yeah, and also I think there is another problem. We tend to focus on the answer, but most of the time the problem is on the question. If you don't know how to ask clearly an AI, probably the AI will hallucinate and will have a mistake. A hallucination is something that seems to be right, but indeed is wrong. So that's why you have to be critical with the answers provided with AI. But as far as you provide a good question, the answer will be better. So you have to be clear, you have to be straightforward, you have to structure well the prompt, you have to provide context. Context is very
Context
important.
exactly. The struggle is that people don't know what something like ChatGPT, what AI actually is. They don't understand that it's a large language model. So what is the only thing it's doing is recognizing patterns in questions.
Yeah, but if you are interacting
Yeah.
through natural language, you tend to think that this is a person or something like a person behind the.
But it's
ChatGPT.
only it's doing is trying to recognize patterns all the time, and this is why sometimes you can see a pattern out of nothing.
And we tend to miss context because of that, because if you are talking with me, I can read your language, your body language, which is something that an AI it hasn't body, so it hasn't body language.
Yeah, exactly.
And from that body language you can infer something. The same happen with context. But if you just ask a machine, where is the context? You have to provide context. Our relationship with software has changed. A couple of years ago, the software was deterministic, which is no AI software was deterministic. If you add 2 and 2, the result is always 4. Right? So you can trust blindly in the software to take decision. But with the advent of AI, this changes. Then 2 plus 2 sometimes is 4, sometimes is 5, sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
But we still have the mindset that we can trust blindly in the software. That won't be true anymore.
No, it's true. That's true. You can do a little experiment yourself. You can ask ChatGPT how many letters of A is in the word bananas, and it will always say 2.
Yeah.
When there obviously is 3, but it will always say 2.
Yeah, but because what an LLM does is to infer which is the most probable answer.
Yes.
Not the right
Not the
answer.
correct, the most probable answer.
Yeah.
And it sucks at counting, but that's a whole different area.
Yeah.
They don't know how to crack it on math yet.
No.
The AI, so they don't. It sucks at counting it.
Yeah.
So it's just guessing at the length of this word with the start letter B. What is the most likely? What's the highest probability of the amount of numbers of amount of A in this word? And this it will come up with 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you see in the future for AI in well-being and mental health?
As a supporting tool, I think that persons won't ever be replaceable by any machine. We humans love humans, so that way.
So you don't share the concerns of the naysayers of AI who say that it's going to be Skytech will take over and we have Terminators and stuff like that.
Well, you'll never know.
Okay, so an open answer, maybe not.
Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay. We'll leave it on that. We're actually running out of time. It's a pleasure having you on the podcast.
My pleasure.
I hope you have an amazing rest of the day here at the Horizon Deep Tech here in Madrid.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.